My name's Cole and this is my vlog. It's about things that tick me off, some things I like, but mostly things that tick me off. Dang this Covid-19. After 20 years of working at the same company, I was let go. I'm not the only one though. There's lots of people in the same boat as me. I hope this episode can give you some hope and a little laughter. Now, since I don't have a job, I gotta do some hustling. I got bills to pay. As you know from my Tough Guy Macho Man episode, I was offering Macho Consulting services in exchange for beef jerky. No more. I need some real dinero. After all, I got to provide for my dog Winchester. If you're one of these famous male stars and you'd be willing to appear on my YouTube channel, I would love to interview you and train you in the ways of macho-ness. Now, this is an extremely scientific process. First of all, I would need to interview you and establish a baseline for your macho metrics. From there, I would review the findings and develop a curriculum that would put you on the path of total macho-ness. Now, you're not going to become a macho man overnight. This is just a starting point, but I'd like to help you on that journey. Give me a call if you're an A, B, or C TV or movie actor. We'll get you scheduled. On a different note, I want to share a personal story with you. When I was in my 20s, I was a single father raising an 11-month-old and a 3-year-old. Things were tough. I couldn't even make ends meet. And over time, I was able to land a decent job, and it looked like we were going to climb out of that hole we were in. Well, it was about then that I found out that the company I was working for was going under. I was scared. I didn't want me, but more importantly, my kids to have to go through what we had been through the last 3 or 4 years. So I started applying to different companies in the area within my field. I was scared. I was scared I was going to lose everything that we just got. So I started praying. I always prayed, but these prayers were different. I was asking God to find favor with me and help me, because I didn't want to let my kids down. I didn't want to start over. So I started applying to these different companies around town in my field, but none of them had any jobs. Not one. And it was about this time that the company I was still working for turned out they weren't paying our health insurance premiums anymore, and we didn't have health insurance. Well, if you got little kids, you know you have to have health insurance with little kids. So I was scared and I was desperate. There weren't any other places for me to apply to. I didn't know where to go. I prayed for God to help me. I'd done everything I could, but I prayed, God, please help me find a job. My kids are dependent on me. I had just bought a small house and so afraid the whole world was going to crumble. We'd be back at zero again. I realized that I didn't have any more choices as far as places to apply to, and any job was better than no job. I thought my grandpappy had retired from a factory, and I thought maybe I could get on there, get some factory work. Sure, I had a bachelor's degree and experience in graphic design and printing and stuff, but I needed a job. I needed a job with benefits and it paid somewhat decent. Armed with my resume, I went down to that factory and went in the HR department, handed the HR lady my resume and asked, "Hey, do you have any job openings? I want to apply for anything that you've got. I really need a job." So the lady looked at my resume and paused for a couple minutes. She looked up and she goes, "We've been looking for someone with your skills for 6 months." Those words. Yep. I was speechless. She said she'd send it up for the person doing the hiring. A few days later, I got a call for an interview. The person doing the interview just so happened to be a father of a couple kids I went to high school with. What are the chances? I came in for a second interview and I couldn't believe it. I was being introduced to the vice president and president of the company. I ended up getting that job. Let me rephrase that. God gave me that job. God knew that I needed that job, and he held that job open for me for 6 months. I know that in my heart. I am so grateful. I'm still grateful. Those weren't coincidences. I worked that job through acquisitions, mergers, being bought and sold for 20 years. This was a job that I recently was let go from. But it reminded me of how I got the job to begin with. God gave me that job. He knew I needed that job. And he'll get me another job, an even better job. And I will give him all the glory. If you're a Christian and you're going through some hard times, because we all are, don't lose faith. Jesus loves you. He knows what you're going through, and he'll take care of you just like he took care of me. Now, on a lighter note, I'm going to do a couple more episodes probably, and you guys will think they're funny, but I find them serious. So, keep watching. Stay macho, not nacho. And in conclusion, I shun this COVID-19 pandemic. I shun it. You've been shunned.